Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding details confirmed. Welcome to PopPlug. Let's get plugged in.
Let's get plugged in.
Is next year the wedding year? Is that when it's happening?
Oh, you'll know.
So you're going big?
I just mean that I was going to invite you to it.
If you're inviting me, it's very big.
It's huge.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding is getting closer every day, and at this point, the whole world is basically waiting for it to happen. Literally, fans have had different opinions on how it's going to go down, but out of nowhere, new details are coming out, and honestly, some of them are not what anyone expected. The latest twist and tiny piece of information coming out has fans asking a lot of questions. And the more we hear, the more it's clear that Taylor and Travis are planning something that is part sweet, surprising, and a little bit chaotic in the best way. If these early details are true, their wedding could be talked about for years, not just because they are famous, but also because of the drama and the interesting venue situation. Now, about the venue, here is what sources are saying. According to them, Taylor Swift had her heart set on getting married at the Ocean House in Watch Hill, literally the perfect place for a fairy tale billionaire wedding. And of course, the date she allegedly wanted just has to be the 13th of June, 2026. Not surprising because fans already know how much she loves the number 13. But what made things interesting is that the date seems to mean even more to her, enough that she was determined to lock it down no matter what. Apparently, Taylor discovered that another bride had already booked that exact date, but instead of backing out, sources claim Taylor simply made the bride an offer, an extremely generous one that she couldn't refuse. This wasn't just a sorry for the inconvenience check. They are saying it was the kind of money that makes you rethink every detail of your life in the best way. Of course, some fans were living for it. They thought it was cool and pretty on brand for Taylor to handle the situation with respect and generosity. They pointed out that she didn't pressure anyone or steal anything. She paid for the date, the bride agreed, and everyone moved on. Meanwhile, others on social media thought the whole thing felt unfair, saying a normal couple shouldn't have to shift their plans just because a superstar wants a specific day. A few people claimed Taylor could have chosen a different venue or weekend, especially since she literally owns a massive mansion right next door. But the truth probably falls somewhere in the middle. Taylor didn't break any rules. The bride wasn't forced to do anything. It was simply one of those unlikely moments where regular couples' wedding plans collided with a global superstar's. However, multiple reports say the entire situation is not entirely true.
Contrary to popular belief, Taylor Swift did not buy out another couple's wedding day according to the venue. But here's the rundown. In a recent report, there was a claim that Taylor Swift wants to marry Travis Kelce on June 13th at the Ocean House in Westerly, Rhode Island, but the date was taken by another bride and groom. And according to the report, Taylor dished out a bag to take the chosen date away. But this was not the case because Stephanie Levitt, area director of sales and marketing for Ocean House, has told TMZ that they would never allow one couple to buy another's date. Levitt did add, though, that they value the privacy of their happy couples and will not confirm who, if anyone, is getting married there on June 13th. At this time, we don't know when or where they will tie the knot for sure, but they definitely didn't pay anyone off at the venue. But what do you guys think? Would this have surprised you if it was true?
The drama didn't end there because according to inside sources, Taylor and Travis were low-key, struggling to decide whether they wanted a small wedding or a big one. At first, Taylor was leaning toward a super small private ceremony, and Travis was ready to roll with her choice because he just wants her happy. But when they started making the guest list, reality hit them hard. Turns out, they've got way more people they actually want to share their joy with than they expected. Family, close friends, people who supported them from day one, the list kept growing, and honestly, this is totally expected. Taylor and Travis are both loved by so many people, and they're the type who actually care about their relationships. So leaving certain people out would have made them feel bad, and neither of them wanted any hurt feelings or messy energy on their big day.
Because I think the only stressful weddings are the ones where you have a small amount and people are on the bubble.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you have to evaluate or assess your relationship with them.
Yeah.
To see if they should be there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
So Taylor and Travis sat down to review their guest list, and they realized it was way bigger than they expected. Taylor even joked on a show that small weddings are actually the most stressful because you end up wondering who to cut and who to keep in the circle, and she definitely doesn't want to do that. And now, with a guest list packed with NFL stars, music legends like maybe Beyonce, and their massive families, they quickly realized they needed a venue that could handle their kind of crowd. That's when things shifted. Some early reports suggested they might host the wedding at Taylor's $17 million Watch Hill mansion, but insiders are saying that might not be realistic. The house is stunning, but it wasn't exactly built for a huge celebrity wedding with intense security, paparazzi, and hundreds of guests. That's why Ocean House is still heavily in the conversation, with some sources even hinting that Taylor and Travis might host a second wedding somewhere else, like a cute mini follow-up celebration in another city or even another country. And honestly, it kind of makes sense. These two have huge families, crazy schedules, and friends scattered all over the world. A second wedding would give them a chance to celebrate with people who couldn't make it to the first one, or to just have a more chill, intimate moment after the main event. Plus, let's be real, Taylor loves creating core memories, and Travis is all about making big romantic gestures. So a 2-location celebration, totally on brand for them. But on the flip side, some fans think it doesn't make sense at all. One fan said, why would they stress themselves twice? Isn't planning one wedding already a full-time job? Others feel it might be too extra, even for a superstar couple, and that having one perfectly curated wedding is already enough. The next big question everyone is obsessing over is Taylor Swift's wedding dress, and details have started rolling in on the designer she might likely wear. Keeping Taylor's fashion history in mind, it's obvious the dress is going to eat, with no crumbs left. She has a long list of designers who have created some of her most iconic looks over the years, so choosing the one won't be easy, and that's exactly why fans are already placing their bets on Oscar de la Renta, Versace, and Vivienne Westwood, 3 powerhouses she's worn before and absolutely rocked. Insider sources also strongly believe it will come down to these designers. They explained that Oscar de la Renta is the favorite for a classic and elegant look, and since Taylor has worn many of their soft, detailed, and graceful designs in the past, she might likely want to go that way for her wedding dress. Versace is also a top pick, but for a more modern and polished style, the kind of sleek and beautifully structured gown she often shines in on red carpets, and if it's going to be Vivienne Westwood, then we might be seeing unique silhouettes and artistic designs that match Taylor's love for expressive fashion. So, with the wedding expected to be huge and rumors of a second ceremony, insiders are convinced she will choose a top designer and wear more than one dress. Of course, her accessories are also up for discussion, and her shoe game is a major hot topic. She might go classic with custom Christian Louboutin or Jimmy Choo heels. She loves both. But when it's time to dance, yeah, she'll definitely switch to something comfy like ballet flats, low heels, or even cute white boots. Very pretty but practical. Her jewelry will probably mix luxury with meaning. Think diamonds from Lorraine Schwartz or Tiffany & Company, plus maybe something sentimental from her family or a piece Travis gifted her. And the veil? It could be long and dramatic or clean and simple depending on the dress. She might even throw in a tiara or soft hairpins for that extra sparkle. In the end, the dresses, the venues, and all the wedding drama are fun to talk about. But the real story is how genuinely in love Taylor and Travis seem. It's in the way he looks at her like she's the only person in the room, the way she feels comfortable and happy around him, and how naturally their families have come together. Fans aren't just excited about the wedding being glamorous. They're excited because the relationship feels real, strong, and full of love. And when Taylor finally walks down the aisle, it won't just be about the dress or the fancy venue. It will be about 2 people who met at the right time in their lives, who chose each other despite busy schedules, long distance, and all the media attention. It will be the moment they silently say to each other, "This is it. It's us." And maybe that's why fans are obsessed, because after everything Taylor has been through, she finally found someone who loves her fully and constantly. So what do you think? Are you excited to see Taylor and Travis finally tie the knot? And do you think their wedding will totally break the internet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe and follow PopPlug to stay plugged in.